Good evening, everybody. My name is Derek. Allow me to introduce you to Croud, Swedish system that's currently running in 154 countries worldwide. And a couple of weeks ago, we passed this milestone on the left here of 1.5 million people. We're just about 1.8 million people, which simply means that every 0.2 seconds, somebody's joining this company with an average of over 18,000 new members a day. To put that into perspective, if the bottom line is people like Facebook have taken almost a year to get to 1 million people, we've done it in 6 months. It only took 50 days thereafter for us to go from 1 million to 1.5 million people. And it's so far just over a week for us to go from 1.5 million to just about 1.8 million people. There's never ever been any growth like this in any form of online marketing company or multi-level marketing company, never ever. Not one could cross the barrier of 3,000 new people per day up until now. So we're really pushing the boundaries and the limits. This is just unbelievable. So guys, long and short, Croud is a Swedish company that have created a system that allows you and me to tap into people that bring their products online onto this platform, accessible by people up until 154 countries up to date. So, what are these companies? Where does the money come from? How do we make money? Very simply, in South Africa, this growth is thanks to one and one reason only. €1 equals 16 point whatever the exchange rate is. So, Croud has been able every 2 days to double its membership. Every 2 days to double its membership. Every 2 days, double its membership, and so on. So we've created over 700,000 plus incomes, not jobs. Jobs are way too difficult. Incomes in the last 8 months in Africa alone. Little note on the side here, I see from IPO Hub, the CEO, Johan Stahl van Holstein, man that's got an honorary doctorate from a South African university for his life's work in online companies, he plans to launch first IPO. That's a public offering, initial public offering for the stock exchange, worth $1 billion in valuation. Very, very interesting. And where does all this come from? How does it work? Well, the first company to have joined this unique marketing exercise that Croud offers is a company by the name of Afeelgo. So as the name suggests, Afeelgo is the biggest affiliate gambling company in the world. And they simply go to people that write gambling software for your traditional casino-type games, poker, roulette, blackjack, that sort of thing, right through to people in sports betting, the lotto operators that operate around the world, etc. Whereas Mixter is the world's biggest affiliate online gaming company. So the games that we normally play on our phones, which we assume are for free, sadly, there's no such thing as a free game. You don't have companies with hordes of software developers working for free. They all work for salary and they work for profits like any other business. So normally our free games are only disguised as free because the operators, the cellular operators, make more money from data from you and me. Alternatively, the marketing companies take their share. And lastly, the actual manufacturers of the phones or the PCs that we buy, they don't come with free games. You and I might perceive the game as free, but somewhere in the price of the device, you definitely pay for it. There's nothing on earth that's free. So why is this so big? Well, the online gaming and gambling industry was worth $150 billion. It's steadily on its way to become $1 trillion industry. There's currently, or rather I should say in 2018, because last year's figures aren't out yet, there's 5 billion mobile phones in the world. And all of you guys downloaded 194 billion applications. That's a whopping number. And right now, as we speak, doesn't matter where the sun is shining around the globe or whether the moon is out, 2.2 billion. So pretty much half of the smartphones on Earth. 2.2 billion people are engaged right now in either online gaming or online gambling. Now, the revenue generated from this is a show-stopping event. I think the biggest issue the South Africans got to get to terms of, if we're not talking in the mobile gaming and gambling environment of millions, billions, and trillions, quite frankly, you're too small. You're a nuisance customer. And the thing is, if you don't believe me, if you look at some of these games, one of the oldest games on the block, the game called Grand Theft Auto, it was released for the first time in 2013, yet in 24 hours, it made $815 million in revenue. The biggest movie that Hollywood could produce in terms of revenue is probably Avengers Endgame. It's now been out for more than a year, and it still hasn't made $300 million. So a game that's 7 years old, released 7 years ago, in 24 hours made more money than Hollywood's best to date in over a year. If you look at the game, maybe a more recent game, Fortnite, last year they gave away in prize money $100 million. Now, if they can give away $100 million, what are these guys making? They've got more than 1 billion downloads. The game Pokemon Go, 1 billion downloads. The game PUBG, $1 billion revenue company. If you look at the graph over here, the blue graph represents the entire music industry. Doesn't matter what music you like, from Puff Daddy to Pavarotti to Celine Dion, right through to local Boere music. Everything is incorporated into that revenue chart over here. So overall, Hollywood's movies still make more money from the film perspective. But even if you put the two of them on top of each other, it still doesn't cover half of the video game industry. Video games are enormous. So Croud One, so far with the first two companies, Afilgo and Mixter, allows you and me to do the verbal marketing, or more, a better description would be either affiliate marketing or influencer marketing. So if we can do the marketing, that means we can tap into that revenue stream of that big business. All around us, normal industries are closing down, suffering or sweating at the moment, trying to keep their doors open. Yet, your children and my children will sacrifice food and rather take the money you give them for lunch to buy more airtime to access more games on their phones. Sadly, games have become more important than food. So folks, if this is where the money is at, let me show you how Croud One allows us to tap into those revenue streams. So these partner companies are Afilgo for gambling and Mixter for gaming. They simply go to the people who write these games. These manufacturers of the games are too happy to speak to us, because unless they open up offices in so far 154 countries around the globe, paying rent, paying salaries, paying phone bills, paying petrol bills, and hopefully your salespeople then bring the sales home. Either you do that, now that's a huge challenge from a money perspective up front, to get yourself into 150 different countries, paying either for television ads, billboards, printed media, etc., costing you an absolute arm and a leg. Or your other option is to use Afilgo through Croud One's army, which currently is roughly about a 1.8 million people big army, and you share a bit of profit, the profit they would normally make here, you simply share some of that profit with these companies. Whatever the game is, so in the Afilgo's case, your normal classic casino type games or sports betting, even the lotto operators will be operating here. Whatever profits are available or percentage profit share, Afilgo shares that 50-50 with Croud One. Croud One takes their 50% and keep 20% of that, retain 20% to pay for the system, the upkeep thereof, the internet, the security, and obviously give the engineers a salary. 40% becomes a profit share scheme with you and me called owner's rights. It's almost like having an internal share value system. Very interestingly, that becomes more expensive every Friday night, 12 o'clock typically. The last 40% gets shared with you and me, now being the influencer marketers that grows databases of people. So simply, we do customer acquisition. Possible customers that can go and game or gamble. There's an 18-level profit share here. The higher you go, it's only determined by the more people you bring. The higher you go, or the more people you bring, the more money you earn. Simple as that. So for Afilgo, our target that was set to acquire people or to grow the database with was 1 million people. Well, tick, we've reached that. We're almost 1.8 million. And that's the only difference between a field go and mixter. Mixter, gaming being way bigger than um, gambling, which is an acquired taste. Some countries don't allow it, or some countries don't allow certain games. Also, some religions deem gambling obviously against the law. So gaming is pretty much allowed in every country in the world. And I don't think there's a single child that hasn't got a couple of games on their phone, never mind children, grown-ups as well. Interestingly, 39% of the biggest gamers on earth are older than 35, not younger. The good news, all the under 18s who are not allowed to join this business will still grow up, start earning decent salaries, and start to become real gamers with PCs up to 50,000 Rand for some of the gaming laptops. So guys, if you and I can tap into this revenue by simply joining Croud One, there will never ever, in my opinion, be a business case like this. So how does this work? Typically, people or referrals from ours or ourselves, we register with a FieldGo as a member. You access the gambling site that you want to do, and you can register, deposit, and place a bet. Whatever commissions are available are shared with all of us. 20% goes to a FieldGo to cover the running costs. Obviously, Croud One system makes this work. 40% back to Croud One gets shared as residual income with you and me, and the other 40% is shared by all Croud One members, which is an option I think we would typically just have been able to dream of from an income perspective. How do we physically make money? Well, firstly, for onboarding customers or growing the database, because after all, we're supposed to be doing the marketing. Please note, not sales. We're not a sales company. We have no products to sell, and we have no monthly fees. We simply do marketing. So the first affiliate bonus, it's expected of us to grow very similar to multi-level marketing, grow 2 legs, a binary system, grow a left leg, grow a right leg of people that you introduce to the system. So by example, if you had to place your mother on the left-hand side and your father on the right-hand side, you would earn €3.60 for that person and another €3.60 for this one. So €3.60 might not be that exciting in Europe, but in South Africa, because of the exchange rate, 16.55 the other day, that's almost 70 Rand per person. Now things are just warming up. Every time you match somebody with one leg and somebody on the other leg, there's a few bonus schemes here. The most interesting one is an additional €36 matching bonus per one person on the left versus one person on the right, for example. Now, €36 times 16.55 Rand to the euro is almost 700 Rand. Now we're starting to talk. There's 2 residual bonuses. One, simply for every single person joining this business after you, there's something in it for you if you contribute by adding members as well. The second residual bonus is the big one, which makes the company work. Every single person introduced by you and me that either participates in gaming or gambling, so in other words, download games or place bets on other sports or casino games or play the lotto by buying tickets, to share the percentage profit with you and me that typically would have gone for the billboard ads, which quite frankly has got no effect on sales anymore. Everybody looks at the billboard, nobody can tell me what's written on it. Even seeing it every single day on the way to work, on the way home. So the point is, guys, those billboards just don't have the desired effect for proper marketing anymore, but they cost millions sometime per month. Never mind television ads or printed media. You look at the ad, it looks nice. Do you ever find the number that's associated to it, or do you ever go to the website associated to it? The answer is no. But if your friend tells you you can make money from referring someone, it's a whole different discussion. Word of mouth remains the king of marketing, but we need to be incentivized. So the last bonus is an incentive bonus that's basically designed to get people not to lose money. So if you don't want to lose money joining this business, just simply follow the recipe. So the people taking the risk is not you and me, quite frankly, because you can't call 1,800 Rand risk in my opinion, for joining an international business that can provide you with a euro income from now till kingdom comes. I can't put a tire on one of my vehicles for 1,800 rand, never mind start a business. So Croud One places a 3,000 euro kitty available for you and me when we join the business. All you have to do within 14 days, join up 4 more members on either one of these packages. So the entry-level package is a white package at 99 euro, or with a bit of money exchange rate in South Africa, 1,800 rand. Should you join at 99 euro and join 4 members within the first 2 weeks? Now that's easy, guys. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your friend, your colleague. Come on. Just put them in the business so that they can also earn some money from this. But by joining them for 99 euro, out of the 3,000 euro kitty, you'll earn yourself 125 euros within 2 weeks. So you've actually earned an income greater than what you've spent. You've made a profit. Never ever again can you come and say that you've lost money in this business if you can achieve that. What's important then is to help those 4 people at least to also not lose their money potentially and also get a profit within their 2 weeks. If you do that, you'll earn enough money out of the system to upgrade not to the next package, the black package for 299 euros or 55, but to even pass that and end up on a gold package of 799 euros without taking money out of your pocket to upgrade from there to here. And so you can go by simply introducing people to the system. You can upgrade from white to black, add some more people, upgrade from black to gold, add some more people, and upgrade from gold to titanium. I'm a slow coach. It took me 8 weeks to achieve a titanium package earned through the system. There are people in this business that do this in 2 to 3 weeks. This package over here is not available at the moment. It's a special from time to time at the discretion of Croud One. However, I've left it on the sheet here to show you the value of this. I didn't have the money to join on any other package other than the first one, and I was even sponsored with a package to start this. Yet in 8 weeks, I could upgrade myself by simply introducing other people also to the system. I could get to titanium. During December, I was able to upgrade from titanium to titanium pro without taking any income out of my pocket. Money earned from the system got myself to this package, my wife to this package, and 38 other packages, of which none of them are left on a white package at the moment. All of them with either sitting on a black, a gold, or a titanium level, if not a titanium pro at the moment. Sponsored by the initial 1,800 rand. How do we get our money out of the system? A couple of ways. You can simply go in the system and withdraw your money to your normal bank account. Some of the banks take up to 21 days to pay. There's one bank in South Africa that takes between 1 to 5 days to pay you. If you do have a Bitcoin account, you can have your money on the same day. However, these cards over here, it's a Visa card, a debit card, administered through Croud One, available to all their members once the gaming starts. We were hoping to then tap into our cards as well. But this card will simply turn you into a tourist in South Africa. What does that mean? Well, if you're earning in euros, and in South Africa we live in rands, then you and I become a tourist, because if you should take your card with your hard-earned euros, then you will simply pay up to 16.55 Rand cheaper for your fuel, your petrol at the garage, for example, or your groceries, or your clothes, or your kids' school clothes, school shoes, etc. Cars, houses, spares, whatever it is you're buying. If you're earning in euro and you're spending in rand, we will turn this country into the financial paradise it should be. And for once, start living life to the fullest. What's going to be interesting is the new QR code sign-up method, which allows you and me as a Croud One member to get our own personal QR code with which you can invite people to the business by simply saying to them, can I introduce you to an interesting business that allows you to earn euros? And by then simply scanning a code on your phone, they will again receive on their phone a little sales video of what, or rather a marketing video of what Croud One is all about. If they like what they see, they'll be presented with the 4 packages you've just seen now: white one, black one, gold one, titanium. They can select one and decide how they pay. Then immediately they'll receive their own QR code, and they'll receive another little video showing them how to invite people to the business. So guys, without even having to talk, you can stand in a queue in Pick n Pay, look at the lady behind you, and just make a comment of how expensive things have become. She will definitely agree with that, because living expense is becoming now out of hand, not just in our country, but around the whole globe. The point is, you can then ask them how they would like to pay a little bit cheaper for that, for whatever the exchange rate is worth to you. Then by simply getting her to scan your phone, please don't talk further, because then we just stuff up the whole invite. She can then go through the motions as I've just described and receive her own QR code as a Croud One member right there in the queue. And then the little video will show her how to ask the lady behind her in the queue if she'd also like to pay a little bit less for groceries, as an example. Make no mistake, Croud One and the FieldGo has got an exclusive agreement with Apple, exclusive, first company to achieve that, and also Google Play. These agreements took months to achieve. Only companies to date that have achieved that. Here's who's who in the zoo. Everybody on the top level here has reached the level of president in this business, which just simply means money that you purely can't count once you convert that from euro into rands. These are the directors in the company, George and Rens. They brought the business to Africa and introduced this man here, Smile, this lady Sophia and Annelie. This is the founder. His name is Jonas Erik Werner. It's his idea that's turned into this operational business, just changing every aspect of business as you and I know traditional business. Johan Stahl von Holstein, the gentleman over here, is the CEO, and he's busy with the listing of this. He's going to list the company on the stock exchange, as we said before. So all the people up here, you can see the ratio for president level reached in the East, although the Manila office has been open 2 months longer than the South African office. All the other people up top here are from Africa. There's a Swedish gentleman, Bjorn. He's the highest qualified in the world from a sales perspective. And you can see how South Africa, or rather Southern Africa, have embraced this. These 2 ladies are from Kenya. These 2 gentlemen from Nigeria, from Botswana. The rest are all the South Africans to date that have reached that level. Guys, this is how the business is growing. From police stations signing up to hordes of people in hotels, churches, etc., even home meetings are joining this business. So please get yourself into this business. Now, to show you how this business operates, allow me to go back here a few slides and take you online, show you how you can easily access this business and how you can make this work for you and your family as an income. The Croud One, like I said, purely basically provide the online management through either accessible, like you can see here, from croud1.com in Google, or you can download the app from your App Store or Play Store. So once you log in, Croud One system provides you with a management interface, a marketing interface, an accounting interface, and even an invitation or a messaging interface. So what's interesting, the first thing you want to wake up to in the morning is to see how many members have joined this business after my account has gone live. I've been in the business now for just over 6 months. Currently, there's 1,715,433 members that have joined this business. There's our cards from Union Pay, which will be available soon. And what's interesting here, every time a little flag pops up on the globe, that's somebody's account going live from that respective country. It doesn't matter if you log into the system 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning, wherever it is that you live. Every time you see a flag, somebody's going live in that market or that region. Over here, this is only the people that have gone live in the last 72 hours under my account. These are the countries they're from, and when you start looking at these lists, it's becoming ridiculous now. These are the countries, or rather, this is where I count the countries, and under my account so far, I've got more than 154 countries that have joined this business, or people from those countries. For every single one of these people, if I contribute to introducing people as well, this is the one bonus called a streamline bonus. I'm currently on level 13, earning 500 euros per week, paid in owner's rights. That is a ridiculous figure, guys. That's 2,000 euros for a month. That converted to your local currency becomes stupid money. When the green graph hits the end of this little bar, I move to level 14, which is worth 750 euros per week. The top level of this particular bonus provides you on level 20 with 2,250 euros per week, which means 9,000 euros a month. Equated back to rand is 148,000 rand a month. You're either in this business or you're not. How does this work? There's a bit of marketing info. Here's Mixter. Mixter, the affiliate gaming partner, started at the South African launch in November at 50 euro cents. They kept the price the same for a few weeks as a special, and then every Friday night, the price goes up and up and up and up. Currently from 50 cents up to 76 euro cents. Get yourself in this business while that price is low. As the sad reality around this is, every week you wait, the price to buy in is getting more and more unrealistic from a South African perspective, having to take out land to buy in at euro. But once you're in the business, you're earning an absolute fortune because every Friday night, your shares or your owner's rights are just becoming worth more and more and more. A Go, the gaming or the gambling partner, started in January last year. So it started at 50 cents as well. I joined the business when it already reached 70 cents in June. At the South African launch in November, the pre-launch shares closed at 2 euros. And from 2 euros, the live shares now with gaming so far engaged with 10 countries rather. Every Friday night, it still goes up, and it's currently sitting on 2.49 euros. So there's a bit of marketing videos you go and watch. There's the status of the next available cruise. I was fortunate enough to be on the launch cruise with Croud 1 in October last year, where the Go, gambling partner down here, all their training took place. The next cruise, which I already qualified for, will be in May this year, and the qualification already closed for that. That is for Mixter, the gaming partner. The third cruise that you see here is for the third company coming on board, which hasn't been disclosed yet, but currently I'm 91% on my status bar for qualifying for that cruise. So every time there's a new company, we go on a cruise for the training. Finally, here's my account. You can see currently my right leg is ahead of my left leg by 900 points. The white package bought in a system provides you with 90 points. Black package with 270, gold package with 750, and a titanium package with 2,200 points. So, because of the people that have joined here, I've already earned some money. It's sitting in my potential bonus. However, to get that money out to my account, I must also do a bit of work for that. So either myself or somebody in my left leg, I can go and help them to grow their business as well. So by helping them, joining people in this leg, I will also earn another €3.60 for the people here, as I've already done there. Some of the matching bonuses here, up to €36, will then also come into this potential bonus area. And 80% of the money here will go into my account. So this money here, I can do a few things with, since it's my money. I can either take this money and upgrade my package, which I have from white to black, black to gold, gold to titanium, or titanium to titanium pro. Or I can take this money and I can draw it out. Once you go to account, you do your RICA and FICA, which is the equivalent of KYC, know your customer. Simply take your driver's license or your ID card, put it on the table, take a photo, upload it, turn it around, take another photo at the back, upload it, as well as upload a selfie of yourself so that you can be recorded or featured. After that, I can go to withdraw to the bank. Click on that. You can see that the money here will come out to my account, 1,270 euros. Simply put the bank details here as well as your bank SWIFT code. Hit the blue button. Remember, some banks take up to 21 days to pay you your money. Use the banks that pay faster, in my opinion. If you have got a Bitcoin account, you can go withdraw to Bitcoin and you can get your money out the same day. If you've got any technical queries, you can go to the support tab. Once you go into the support, you can get to a place where you can either open or close or open some technical issues. In this case, you can see I've reported some stuff. Every single one of these cases have been closed, every single one, and implemented into the software. So the technical guys take good care of us. You can also for the tax man, get all your invoices of every single payment that's been happening towards you from Croud One side for commissions due. You can print this out and add it to your tax return next year. You go back to my account. So that's what you can do with your money. 80% of this money, like I've said, come out to your wallet. 20%, however, ties back into earning more of these owners' rights or shares. So to show you what I have achieved to date, I started when I paid my entry-level package with 142 owners' rights here in June last year. These owners' rights grew from 70 cents, where I saw it, up to 2 euros for the pioneer owners' rights, or rather the pre-launch, the Fielgo owners' rights. So at the South African office opening, where the pioneer shares then ended, times 2 euros, these shares have become worth 63,404 euros. They've already been converted to blockchain in Bitcoin. That's why they're no longer called owners' rights, but they're called tokens. Then the Fielgo went live. So currently there's 10 countries that are live, participating in gaming and gambling, providing the residual income where all the money comes from so that everybody can be paid. The Fielgo currently, from the South African event in November, 9 weeks later where we find ourselves now, I've so far earned another 8,400 shares, and that times the current worth of €2.49 has now become worth 20,954 euros, additional to the 63,000 here. Also, Mixter, the second company, then launched their pre-launch period during the South African office opening 9 weeks ago. So far, 33,303 owners' rights accumulated, and that times the share value currently of 76 euro cents will give you the value you see here, 25,000 euros. So if you want to see in total what my share value or owners' rights value have become worth, 25,000, that's another 20,000, that's 63,000 is way over 100,000 euros in share value, becoming more valuable Friday after Friday as the price goes up. The earnings out of my account here, if you go to your account, go to earnings, every single cent is accounted for because this is your financial interface. There you see the 5 income streams that I've been earning out of bringing people on board. Smallest income in the form of €3.60, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on the package size that was purchased. So 3.6 times 20 transactions on a page, times roughly about 365 pages, and then times the South African exchange rate, 16.55. Have given me a very nice, handsome income of almost €500,000. If you look at your binary payments, there's the 36 euro bonuses, sometimes more, sometimes less, basically earned also in that same period of time. So 36 euros times 20 transactions per page times 65 pages, then times the current South African exchange rate, 16.55, is a whopping around about 700,000 Rand in income. There you can see the total income earned by this system. 119,000 euros is almost 2 million rand. It's 1.9 million rand in 6 months. So guys, this kind of money is money to be taken very seriously. It's money earned with nothing more than a mobile phone. No staff, no stock, no rent, no water and lights, no company petrol or logistics, no stolen items or theft to contend with, no importation, no exportation. Money earned with nothing more than a mobile phone. That's what this business provides. So the long and short around this is the bonus, or these are the bonuses earned for joining people to the business. Your friend, your family, your neighbor, your colleague, whoever you want to also earn money out of the system. So I've showed you, if I go back to my account, how you can earn money from bringing people on board, how you can grow your business in terms of share value or owner's rights value. But what generates the cash? So if you look at the companies already on board here, and one day there will be hundreds of companies here with thousands of products operating in a lot of countries with millions of people on board. So if we go to a FieldGo is live already in 10 countries. The minute I click on a FieldGo, I leave Croud1's website and I come to this company called a FieldGo. So here's my Croud1 wallet. Right now in my wallet, there's 1,200 euros that, should I wish, I can use that money to go and place some bets on maybe some of the sports soccer games or whatever it is I want to bet on as these companies go live. So currently, there's a list of the partners on board. Just out of interest sake, Coder is the biggest online gambling house in the Spanish-speaking world. If you know Real Madrid, Ronaldo's old team, that's their official gambling partner. Premier Bet runs in these countries over here, and Come On is massive in India. So those are the countries and the companies live to date. Here you can see some of the places where you can go place bets, from your typical casino games right through to this will be the world's biggest lotto operator, eventually running in multitudes of companies. Countries. So how does this work? Every time somebody buys a ticket or places a bet, because we become the affiliate or the influencer partner doing marketing for them, the portion of that lotto ticket or gambling bet or gaming download allocated to marketing. Suddenly you and I get that income. So far, potentially from 154 countries after I signed up. So these are the games going live one by one through these partners. How much will you and I earn? Well, this is called a gaming calculator. It will give you a good indication of what type of money is available from purely a FieldGo. The FieldGo is the company that's the expert of gaming and gambling. And you and I don't need to worry about gambling licensing or governance or anything like that. Croud1 is a marketing company. So if we all can influence a single player to come and rather place their bets through this entity rather than going directly to the entity. For the referral, you and I will earn money. If that person only bets 20 euros per month, you are sitting on network level 1. You've just joined the business. As far as I'm concerned, you're still in a coma. You haven't woken up yet. Still trying to find your feet of what's going on in this business. When you say calculate, that will be an indication of what kind of money will be available for you 1 month after the games have gone live. In other words, at the end of every month after the gaming and the betting has taken place, this is almost like a salary. 71 euros might not blow your hair back. However, 71 euros in South Africa times 16.55 is 1,200 there. Tell you what, if you just wrote matric and you haven't got a job, that's called survival. If you're a South African state pensioner, that means you can buy yourself a loaf of bread every day, not every second day. So needless to say, 1,200 Rand in some households is absolute survival stuff. But before you know what's going on, you've got a couple of extra players. They start playing a little bit more money every month as they start feeling comfortable and safe, and they start winning, even losing money. But you're still on level 1. You can take this kind of money home. This is not money to be smirked at. That's 14,000 Rand a month. Tell you what, that's 3 to 4 times more money than the minimum wage in South Africa. This is serious income, guys. But as you start growing your network, you start introducing more people, you start moving up the network levels, this is serious income. That's 42,000 Rand a month. I don't know what you have to do with your boss, for your boss, or behind your boss's back to earn that kind of money, but it simply ain't happening, regardless of the company or the powerhouse you think you work for. You get a 42,000 Rand increase, it ain't going to happen, guys. That's the reality. So, as you increase your network levels here, income starts going up. And it just becomes ridiculous income. To give you an idea of some of this money, 13,451 times 16.55, I can't even pronounce that. However, in only 6 months, this is the level I find myself at. I've ran 3 companies in my day, and I've only dreamt of a salary like this, because 84,000 euros is 1.3 million Rand a month. Some of the people that introduced me to the business already found themselves on these levels. This is ridiculous money. There are already people on this level over here, yet the games haven't even gone live in all the countries yet. This is stupendous money. But we're only sitting on 5 players, guys. Let's see what this baby can do. 10 players, 100 euros a month. I start by putting you back in your coma over here. Network level 1. You start taking home 56,000 Rand a month. This is money that we simply will not see in your and my lifetime again. Never mind the current state of affairs in not just our country, but around half of the globe. You can see when you start going up these levels, 170,000 Rand a month as a potential monthly income. There's just nothing on earth that can provide this kind of income right now. Look at level 6, look how this scales. That's 500,000 Rand a month. Level 8 becomes stupendous money. Currently, I find myself on this level. Quite frankly, I don't know what other company can provide me with a 5 million Rand a month income. There's no other industry that can provide this, never mind another company. Yet, this thing can go to 20 million euros per month. Is that possible? Well, what you should ask yourself, when I go back to my account over here, simply by clicking there, if 18,000 new people are joining this business on a daily basis, that's every 0.2 seconds. You can go back in this video and see where we started off here when I logged in for the first time. But it's gone up by hundreds, if not thousands of people already. The sad part is, South Africa's meetings are still in progress as I sit here recording this. We haven't even started to load for the day yet. Most meetings only start 7 o'clock at night and finish up around 8 or 8:30. When people go home, some of them only start loading their members either late tonight or in the early hours of the morning, or sometimes only even the next day. But every time there's a little flag that pops up here from that country, somebody's account is going live on the system, with or without you. So with over 700,000 members in South Africa alone, just South Africa will be 1 million members in the next 2 months, guaranteed. Now, either you can sign up your friends, family, neighbors, colleagues, etc., or those 700,000 other South Africans are hunting them already. They will happily sign up your family members. To provide yourself with this kind of income, folks, just get on with it. Get yourself in this business while those owner right prices are low. Before the company goes to the proper stock exchange and starts doing a listing for $1 billion, you can imagine what's going to happen with the share price when that happens. Here's an opportunity you and I will never ever see again for the minimum buying price of 1,800 and once off. No monthly fees, no products to sell. Last cherry on the cake income I want to show you that you can tap into once your account gets a bit of momentum. Currently, there's 1,200 euros in my account. So you can go to your account, and now you can buy gift codes or packages in bulk. Very similar to our airtime business, where the airtime resellers go to the networks, they buy airtime in bulk, get a reduced price, and sell it to you and me at retail. So once there's a bit of money over here, you can buy your codes or gift codes, as it's called, in bulk. So if you buy 10 at a time for white packages, for example, you basically get one package for free. So at the moment, I don't have any new gift codes here. I can go purchase up to 12 of them because I've got 1,200 euros in my account. However, gift codes that have already been redeemed, I've already done 783 of them. That's 53 pages of them. You can see they've been redeemed because they've been scratched out. Similar to airtime, you can only use it once. Every white package you see over here, I needed to have 1,800 Rand in my account. A white to black upgrade, I had to have the balance between a white package and a black package. In other words, 200 euros. That's more or less 3,700 Rand. Black to gold upgrade, I had to have the difference between a 5,500 Rand black package and a 15,000 Rand gold package. As we go up here and I go to the next page, there you can see some interesting upgrades. There's some titanium to titanium pro upgrades. That's from a 44,000 Rand to a 75,000 Rand package. Gold to titanium package from 15,000 to 44,000. And so far, to date, there's 53 pages of these transactions. Get yourself in this game. Start earning some serious income for you and your family. But more importantly, instead of just changing your and my microenvironment, let's give South Africa's economy a turn for the better, not the worse, and change this whole country's economy around. Croud One has created in the last 6 months over 700,000 incomes, not jobs. A job only pays you once a month at the end of it. These bonuses pay you on a daily basis, sometimes even an hourly basis. Get yourselves in this game. Get your hands on these incomes from all over the world, and let's start getting that money back to South Africa, turning this place into the paradise it should be. Thank you very much for your time. Speak to the person that invited you to have a look at this business, and don't take any prisoners signing anybody up, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thanks a lot.